Previously on The Wandering Path.
Our crew is tracking down the mysterious wraith attacks across the city, which might be harder than they thought, considering that apparently some people can't even remember anything having to do with them. But at least Gwen knows what to do. Assign competent, qualified, capable individuals to the task. Or, when you can't find any of those, call in some eager young folks who need employment. I guess when you're fighting electric jelly ghosts, any crew will do, you know? Okay, let's see what's around the bend, today on The Wandering Path. Well, here we are, a group of heroes and a quest calling them to action. Now that Gwen has officially noted the four of you as people capable of handling a vital and important task for the city, a task she can't even remember the details of as she assigns it, but fortunately for her and for the rest of the city, you all do remember it, the task of investigating potential incidents of danger across the city that may or may not have been caused by spooky electro-magical creatures, or what y'all have affectionately called electric jelly.
Wait, also, just not to put too fine a point on it, but people are forgetting, right? So even the people who assigned us these tasks, they told us that they might not remember having done so.
Yeah, having given us the job.
Yeah, correct. In fact, Gwen is one of those people and knows she is one of those people, so is trying to do this job knowing that she's not going to remember what she has told people to do.
So scary.
Which, for the person assigning tasks across the city, pretty scary.
Not awesome.
And to that point, she's also warned you guys that, anybody you try to talk to gain access to places to investigate, to do your jobs, might not be willing to help you because they won't know why you need to do what you need to do.
But she gave us an ordinance or something, right? She
We
gave
got
us
some forms.
Some paperwork.
She said she would help you where she could.
Gotcha,
Yikes.
right. Well, that's not promising.
So it's going to be like hey, the city sent us to investigate ghosts, and people are going to be like, ghosts don't exist.
You're dumb. Get
Well,
out of
that-
my lawn.
Great.
Yeah.
Specters.
Yeah. Phantasms.
Wraiths.
Spooky.
To that end, she sent you to investigate the bridge collapse. An overpass has collapsed over Minetown, over the center of the city, and it's a major thoroughfare. It's been tossing traffic around the city into chaos for the past 24 hours. Ibra and JJ, you are headed directly there from Gwen's office, correct?
Yes.
Fran and Gordon, you guys were still doing Gordon's bread route. And Ian, you were going to decide whether you were going to stick on your delivery route, as you have promised Cecilia, head of your guild, or if you're going to drop everything and head over to help your friends at the disaster site.
It's such a hard call, and I'm so scared to leave them alone for whatever amount of time that is. Okay, wait, just so I know before I make this decision.
Yeah.
How far off the path does it put us if we finish the delivery?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, the final delivery on your route, as prescribed by Cecilia, is handing out free bread in the dustpan.
Yes.
Dustpan, pretty close to the disaster site, actually.
Oh, that's great.
That makes that decision
That is an easier.
Well, that solves that problem. We're going to go finish the route so I fulfill my responsibilities to the
Yes.
Bakers Guild and to Cecilia.
Sounds good.
Let's go hand out some bread.
Let's hand out some bread. Let's do it.
So we get back in the tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
And we head in the direction of the bridge, but we stop at the dustpan.
Yes.
Okay.
How many people are there today?
Ooh.
Well, that's a good question.
Flip it on the GM. Ask them questions.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have to make a world? Come on.
Keep them on their toes.
Uh-oh. That's not a good face.
Well, I love when you ask me to casually roll a d20 and it shows one of the highest numbers or one of the lowest numbers.
Oh, Lord.
It's slam today.
Oh.
I shouldn't have asked a question.
It is a little rowdy.
Oh, no.
I think that, the people of the dustpan are not always in the right minds.
Right.
A lot of these people are sort of dependent on this chemical, this drug that has swept through the city in the past few years called dust, which gives people a glassy-eyed look. It gives them, stray thoughts. It makes people's behavior erratic. Their moods and emotions can shift at the drop of a hat. So I think all it takes is this, this orderly line that Cecilia has enforced every day, that people know Cecilia's coming, line up, get your bread.
Sure.
And today's the day that it's you and Fran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, mom's not there.
Yeah, so the kids are getting a little rambunctious.
Yeah, so
the substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Gordon,
yeah.
And Fran, you can either roll separately or you can help action, I
I'll
suppose.
do help action.
Okay. Gordon, will you roll a charisma save with advantage?
Yes,
Nice.
I can. 21.
Nice.
Gordon steps up today.
Yeah, man. It's looking like it's about to get out of hand. What do you do?
Okay. I get on the top of the tuk-tuk.
Okay.
It's so loud and rowdy that at first people can't hear me. So I take one of my handy muffins out of my bag, the biggest muffin I can find, and then I very quickly just hollow out the center, turning it into a somewhat of a cone-shaped muffin, and I use it to amplify my voice. The look on Misha's face right now.
You made
sorry,
like a
fucking
cornet, a literal cornet.
Like a director's
pastry.
cornet. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay.
And so, yeah, on the top of the tuk-tuk, yelling through my director's cone, I think I get everyone in line, and I think because you're with me, right, you really, like, if Fran wasn't with me, we would have no hope. But me getting people in line and Fran starting to hand stuff out.
I'm a server.
We get,
I'm a server.
Yeah.
I'm serving.
You're
So maybe
serving, yeah.
Fran has a piece of this too in terms of getting, because I'm not super used to it. So what did Fran do?
I think I whip out my little, what can I get for you? And I think the sort of stark weirdness of that, I think people go, yeah, can I get bread? And I'm like, yeah, you can get bread. Yeah. All right, just line up right there, and we'll give you a number, and yeah, we'll be right on your way. And I just keep doing that.
Whoa.
So we would not have succeeded without Fran.
I mean, I'm unemployed. I mean, I just got a new crazy job, but if you need help on this route, I can help you.
That's amazing. I think we like look at each other and we're like, wow.
This is going good.
Dynamic duo.
This is working out.
And we fairly, I guess in short order, we take a really messy situation and we handle it.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and with a 21 charisma save, Cecilia's gone for the better part of this week, but when she hears about that, she's gonna,
Gordon making the ranks.
Yeah, baby.
Baker's Guild.
Earning respect. Da 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 da.
what a fantasy,
the
earning
box.
respect at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
And I wipe a little sweat. Whew.
Yeah, we get in the tuk-tuk, and then we head to see our friends at the bridge.
Yeah. Let's head over there with Ibra and JJ. You head over to the collapsed overpass. It soared hundreds of feet overhead, these crisscrossing sections of roadway supported by tall, gray concrete columns embedded into the steep hillside, creating a central thoroughfare high above Midtown. It was a huge interchange with all sorts of major roadways overlapping and leading in and out of each other, creating a central hub for traffic leading to every part of the city. Now, I say was because as you approach, you see that the topmost section of roadway seems to have just collapsed, like it was knocked down by a giant's fist, and it crashed into the layers beneath it until the entire hillside is just covered in asphalt chunks, concrete dust, and other various cascading debris. It seems fairly static at this point, the sort of immediate rescue effort having taken place the previous day, so the work crews here are mostly excavation and construction rather than rescue and paramedic. Lots of members of the Mechanist Guild have been called in. You can see workers in the cockpits of large excavators, six-limbed machines, clambering spider-like over the debris pile, breaking larger chunks down with blasts from force cannons on their backs. Some people are also carrying smaller versions of that, workers armed with shoulder-mounted rigs, as well as some telekinesis harnesses to carry the smaller pieces away. By a rough head count, you see about 30 workers. Looks like a pretty big crew called down here. Ibra and JJ, you arrive from Gwen's office, riding on Ibra's bike?
It's too fast. This is too fast.
You say that every time, but we get here on time. So, you want to go find your dad?
Oh my gosh, my dad.
Yeah, your dad is here.
Which one?
Your dad, Paul,
Oh.
is on site. Lynn, why don't you go ahead and describe your dad, Paul, for us?
Yeah, Paul, I wrote in my notes, Paul just gives off big dad energy, you know?
Helpful.
Classic dad.
Yeah, so Paul is one of my dads.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dad.
He's an engineering technician with the Mechanist Guild. He oversees equipment maintenance, a bit of project management on work sites, that kind of thing. So he's got on his workman's gear, always a little bit dusty, with a hand. Yeah, sure. He is, a bit sunned. He hasn't been directly working in the pit for some years, so he can actually see the light of day, which is great.
Pretty nice.
He's a little taller than JJ, but he's still a squat man, still a half dwarf. So he's
half dwarf size.
Yeah, half dwarf size. And he's squat, and especially maybe more so now because he is rather far along in his pregnancy.
Yeah, how far along would you say he is?
I don't know what a half dwarf gestation periods are, but we'll say mid-second trimester.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely noticeable.
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision that that's 8 months along in a 14-month pregnancy.
Wow.
Whoa.
Math.
Yep.
That was very fast. Still early enough that he's approved to be on a work site, and he likes being hands-on at the job, so I guess that's why he's currently here and not at home doing
Sure. But I bet
stuff.
you that his supervisors are okay, but you have to actually supervise. You can't jump in.
Yeah. It's you have to stay at a distance. You can tell people what to do. Please tell people what to do, but you cannot operate heavy machinery right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe. So I'm looking for a foreman, essentially.
Pretty much. Yeah. I think he's been called in to oversee, the use of these pieces of heavy machinery. Probably overseeing the larger construction pieces. There's some people with almost mech power armor devices that sort of strap to their whole chest and shoulders, and then there's a couple of big diggers. They're these 6-armed, almost spider mech looking things that they're heavy
Cool.
and not nimble, but they're 6-legged, and they kind of crawl up the piles and they have little drilling lasers, or they'll just knock stuff away, and they're trying to clear away the debris. And I think that's probably where you find your dad, is overseeing that section of the disaster site up on the hill.
Mm-hmm. Amidst the din of all of the machinery, I'm looking around trying to find a short man in a white helmet.
Yeah, you find him. He's kind of way in the back. You have to enter on the lower level, so you're looking up the hill, and you can see him a ways away through some of the smaller portions of the work site. Mm-hmm. I think he wears the family crest of Calderon on the back of his helmet. It's not a super well-known crest, but he takes a lot of pride in it, and so he put it there. So I think you know exactly what you're looking for, but you see it far away.
Mm-hmm. I think I change out of my normal overshirt that covers a lot of my other workwear, and I put on a high visibility vest that I take when I ride my fixie, as opposed to your Ducati ass crotch rocket. So I'm very, the safety is there. I have a little high visibility vest. I don't think I have a helmet.
You might not have a hard hat, but you have at least a motorcycle helmet.
Oh no.
With the
Visor down.
Boom.
No, can I put the visor up? Does it have
Yes.
okay, I have the visor
But it's
up.
still a full encapsulation of your whole head.
Yeah, I was going to give you a bonus to persuasion because the high vis vest, and then the motorcycle helmet took it back a little bit.
It's a clashing outfit.
Yeah. I think before you gain immediate access, there's some standing barriers, just kind of keeping the general public out. And there's a couple of crew people standing by just to sort of direct traffic in that way. It's a big disaster area. There's a bunch of people walking by on adjacent streets that might get curious, and it might be a little dangerous for them. So I think a young human man, probably about your age, lanky. He doesn't fit his high-vis vest very well. This is clearly a mechanist apprentice being, put on traffic duty. And you two walk up, and he stops you and says, "Excuse me, sorry. This is a highly dangerous area. Please stand clear."
Oh, we have business here. We work with the magistrate's office, but I'm also a student in the Mechanist Guild. But we've also been assigned to come here. Also, my dad's up there. I need to speak with my dad. He's the foreman.
Listen, I understand you need to fulfill your work hours for your schooling to come up. This is very dangerous. We need you to find a new activity today.
We have a letter from the magistrate, actually. So I pull out, it's probably the graphite copy.
Sure.
Like, the pink version instead of the normal version. So we're supposed to be here.
Okay. There's so many competing elements that go into this role. The motorcycle helmet. Ibra's next to you in full riding leathers, not looking like a member of the crew at all. Your dad's on the crew. He's a member of the same guild as you. You have a letter that's really just a copy of the letter. I think we're just going to jump straight through it. Can you roll persuasion with mid-vantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been gunning for mid-manage this whole time.
Yes.
You did it.
Nice.
We love to min-max.
Okay. Yeah, that was a flat 7.
A 7.
2, 7, 17.
Ooh. I don't know. This doesn't look very official.
Okay, here's the thing. Just because something doesn't look very official doesn't mean it isn't very official. I've learned that in the last couple of years in the magistrate's office. It's very confusing. But I can promise you this is legit. We have been sent by the magistrate to do some work here. I know we don't have proper hard hats, but we've got these helmets, if that helps.
This apprentice gets a look on his face like he doesn't know if those helmets are properly rated. He's like, is there something about how they make the helmets? Are any helmets good? All right, stay here 1 second. And he turns off to the side and goes, Supervisor!
I love this guy.
This is my favorite.
100%
This
my
guy's
favorite
actually
NPC.
a Muppet. This guy's
Yeah, I
a
love it.
puppet, and everybody else is
I'm
not a
imagining him
puppet.
doing that flappy thing when he says, Supervisor!
Yeah, he looks at the both of you and goes, all right, stay right here, all right? And he walks over to his supervisor to ask whether or not it's okay.
Should we just go in while he's not looking?
Oh, I can also just page my dad.
I mean, that works.
I'm at the site.
He's not
I
looking.
see you. Haha. Can you come down here? They won't let us in.
Jake's haha to your dad.
Yes. Absolutely.
Really hitting them with the "Do you know who my dad is?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen, I mean, do you know my dad? He's right there.
He's on the hill, literally.
Just call him over.
This is
Yeah.
classic bureaucracy. He's right there.
He's right there. I just need to get to him, please.
Yeah. About 10 seconds after you send that text, you see off in the distance, he waves his hands to stop the
Aw.
work, and sort of like trundles down the hill towards you. Oh, JJ, hi. What's, this is kind of dangerous. What are you doing here?
Oh, I didn't bring my hard hat.
You always got to bring your hard hat to a work
Okay,
site.
so we didn't know that we were coming here originally, but we did get assigned to come here, so...
And I brought motorcycle helmets. I don't know if they're the same.
Ibra, what's your AC?
Uh-oh.
18.
Paul takes out an Omni-Tool looking device and just sort of like thunks right on top of the motorcycle helmet. It cracks, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Okay, so
Survey
it's not the
says-
same. Got it.
Not the same.
We'll get you some rated hats. Hold on 1 second. And Paul takes his hard hat off of his head, and JJ puts it on your head.
Oh.
Thanks, Dad.
Aw.
Our head's the same size? That's crazy.
He reaches into the back and like twists a knob that
Yeah,
tightens it
great.
onto your head.
Yeah, I knew that. That's fine.
See, those mechanist classes really paying off, huh?
You know that I'm mostly doing the, like, more architectural stuff. I'm not normally on work sites like this, usually.
That's more your father's area. You know, I think there's something to be said for getting your hands in up to the elbows. I like it. It's just me personally. Yeah, and I'll grab Ibra. Why don't you come with me? We'll grab some helmets.
Could I buy one so that I can replace this motorcycle helmet, which apparently does nothing? Because this, and I'm like touching Ibra.
Motorcycle helmets are supposed to break on impact because when it hits, it deflects the energy, so it takes it away from your head. But hard hats here thinks it's supposed to slide off.
Man, I have so much to learn.
That's really true. That was not a made-up fact. That's a real fact.
I love that. Okay, well, yeah, thanks, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and he takes you off to the equipment trailer where you pass that other apprentice, and he goes, "Okay, I don't know if they're Mr. Calderon, are you here with these? Are they? Yeah, Percy, it's fine." And Percy. Yeah, and Percy goes, "Well, okay,
Thanks for keeping it safe, Percy.
You're doing great.
thanks. I worry sometimes."
I know the feeling.
Oh my God, I love this.
Yeah, your father has gone off with Ibra to go get some better equipment. You have a hard hat. You have a high-vis vest. It's a construction site. What do you do?
I would like to cast Detect Magic on the site.
Oh, cast some spells. What does detect magic look like?
Ooh, for fun, I feel like I have safety goggles.
Okay.
And so I plug my Astra into my safety goggles so that it turns into like the heat radars, but
Sure.
for magic.
Sure, normal glasses with a slot in the side, you just like click it in and twist, and like detection, like AR screen pops up onto the normal glasses.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Detect magic.
Yes. I think this one's hard because I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for, but taking a page out of Inspector Ravona's book, like, clearly was looking at infrastructure for latent magic stuff.
Sure. I'll describe for you again what Ravona was doing, and so that can inform what you do here. She didn't really tell you what she was doing. She had a modular weapon/device, which she sort of like smacked into the floor of Boggin's Bistro in various spots until it glowed a different color. And then when she did that, she immediately said, "Okay, everybody leave. Boggins is closed for business."
Got it. Yeah, so dowsing, essentially. So I guess what I'll look at is there's a bunch of construction going on. So I'm looking for if there's any magical spark that happens whenever contact is made with any of the debris.
Yeah, great. What do you want to roll about that? Perception? Investigation?
I could do either. They're the same module.
Int and wisdom,
They're the same mod for me.
Okay,
so.
great. Go ahead. Let's get it going.
I thought that was a 1. That's a 7 plus 5. 12.
Okay.
I was so scared. I was like, no.
Nor.
A lot of the construction cleanup equipment is powered by magic. So first things first is, it's funny because like detect magic also in this world a little bit goes detect electrical devices. So yeah, the first thing you see that lights up in your vision is anybody using any sort of piece of construction equipment. The heavier machines and some of the heavier personal apparati have debris clearing like lasers. They kind of like break up big chunks of rock into smaller chunks so that they can then pick it up and do stuff with it. And at the front of the construction site, it's really more just like clearing rock, clearing rubble, clearing debris, cleaning up pathways so that other people can walk further into the site. Up near where your dad was working, up onto the hillside underneath the soaring overpass, your goggles spot something deep underneath a pile of rubble up on the hill, up where the big spider crawler is doing its large work. It's not on the surface. It's very clearly like a reading on the goggles that where you turn your head and it's faint because it's covered by a layer of stone or whatever.
Yeah.
But with a 12, you like something registers on your goggles that like as you're turning your head.
Oh boy. Dad, Ibra. Oh, they're over there. Dad. Hey, Dad.
What's up?
Do you know what caused the collapse? Also, there's something in that pile.
Okay.
One was a question, one was a statement. There's something in there.
We don't know what caused it. It happened pretty randomly. It crumbled. We assume it was a structural weakness in one of the pillars. We're still investigating. You know, we're really clearing out the area. We're probably going to take down some pieces of the overpass, amputate it a little further back towards the ground level, and rebuild from there. But we're still on the first phase of that stuff. You said there was something in the rubble?
There's a magical footprint in there. I can't see it very well, but
Okay.
there's something magical within the rubble up there, and I point to that specific location.
Sure. I think Paul puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "Good looking out. I got this." And starts waving to the driver of the spider excavator, the six-legged excavator.
cool.
And starts like hand signals pointing to the exact spot you pointed out. And it moves over and starts digging. Ibra, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to figure out if Ibra's at all concerned about unearthing something unknown. I think Ibra doesn't really know what to do with it, and this kind of voice is like, "Are you sure digging it up is the right move? If it's buried, why don't we formulate a plan while it's buried, so that we don't just accidentally unleash it before we're ready, in case it's something like, you know."
Oh. That's a good point. But we won't really know. I can't even tell what it is until it gets uncovered a little bit.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Can I go up there and you think your dad will let me go up there and be at the ready with the hat and everything?
If you ask really nicely and look really cute doing it.
Okay. I can try on the second
I don't
part.
actually think that'll work.
No.
No.
But I'll try.
Do it.
Okay, I'll channel you. Let's
He
go.
likes
Here
you.
we go. He does?
Yeah.
I like him. Cool.
Yeah.
Can I sort of like establish something kind of a little gross?
Okay.
At one point during the transition process, Ibra popped out a canine
Ooh. Okay.
and slipped it into JJ's pocket.
Okay. Sleight of hand, Ibra. Perception, JJ.
18.
11.
Okay. As you head off towards the excavator's position, JJ, Ibra pulls a tooth out of their head and slips it in your pocket.
This is the only way that I know that we can talk from afar.
And JJ, you hear that in your brain.
Oh God.
Hello?
Hi.
Ew!
Yeah. It's weird, but it's the only way that I know how to work this thing.
What?
It is a hexblood feature.
Oh my God.
It is called Eerie Token,
Yeah, no kidding.
and I give someone a tooth, a lock of hair, or some other token that is broken
Part of your
off of
body.
me.
Oh my God.
This token is imbued with magic until I finish a long rest. While the token is imbued, I can take the action to telepathic message up to 25 words to 10 miles, or remote view and enter a trance for a minute and see through it.
Does your tooth grow back?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's.
What?
Oh,
I was gonna say,
okay.
well, I think JJ's response is, was your tooth loose this whole time?
Oh, this one's always a little bit loose. It's supposed to do this.
Okay. If it's supposed to, I'll take your word for it. You know your body more than I do.
I'm shook to
This
my
is
brain.
fine.
Look,
Yeah.
if it helps you at all, you can think about this tooth as just a piece of Astra.
I think that makes it weirder.
It does.
Oh,
100%.
I think that's weirder.
Yeah, not helpful.
I tried.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Is it wet? Ew.
Bro, Jesus.
You couldn't have dried it off before putting it in my pocket. I just put my hands in my pocket. It's your
It's-
wet tooth.
It's bone. It'll dry
Oh my
eventually.
God, I'm so
If your
uncomfortable.
pockets are gonna dry it.
It's porous.
Wow.
Sorry. I had to.
And it's
Just
not
wiped
like
it
it's
off.
not like a cyborg tooth. It's just a tooth.
It's bone
It's
with
a magic tooth.
Magic bone.
No.
I'm gonna I'm gonna call from afar before I start walking so that it's not a surprise. Mr. Calderon, sir, may I approach the bench?
I'm not a judge.
Sorry, force of habit.
This laugh is in character too.
I so deeply identify with these dads who are like, the kids are over at the house again today. Yeah, sure. Yeah, what do you? Yeah. Just stay out of the garage.
What do you want? A peanut butter and jelly? Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
Sir, do you mind if I stand nearby? I'm not sure what it is that JJ saw, and we had a weird encounter the other day, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I could stand nearby just in case something jumps out.
Yep, sure. Union regulations say you have to stand a minimum of so many feet back, so just stay, I think, behind this area, clear of the excavator doing its work, and you should be all set.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. I've got my shield in one hand in front, and from a pocket I pull something that if anybody in the audience is familiar, it looks like a pop-out cane that a magician would use,
Okay.
but it's actually a spear.
Don't tell anyone.
Imagine a magician pulling out a wand, but it's actually a spear.
I'd leave that show. I'd go, well, I think I'm done here. I don't want to see what's about to happen.
The weirdest night at the Magic Castle.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all, you will not believe the show I saw last night at the Magic Castle. Somebody died.
Okay, so you pull out a shield and spear and head into the rubble.
I head into the area that's sort of designated safe distance from the thing.
Kind of
and-
like the other side of the rubble pile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And just sort of standing at attention at the ready. If anything pops out, I'm on it.
Sure. Will you roll perception for me, please?
13.
13. Interesting. Yeah, you step up onto the rubble pile, and the action is kind of on, like, the other side of the rubble. You're taking, like, a wide stance to just sort of survey the whole scene. Out of the corner of your eye on the far side of this rubble pile, a piece of roadway shifts and cascades a little bit down the hillside. No one was touching it.
Yeah.
It's just sort of, maybe the vibrations of the machinery, but like it cascades kind of behind you. You turn around to look, and different pieces of debris have revealed themselves. You can see mixed in there. There's actually like a couple of pieces of car or like other like devices that were on people that like when they were rescued, they left them in the pile, kind of thing.
Something moved.
I direct my detect magic gaze in that direction.
With detect magic, it doesn't come up with anything new.
Okay.
Nothing has just now started being magical.
Okay.
I don't know. I just saw something up here move. Maybe I'm just being just a little on edge.
That's okay. And I know the feeling. I cast Sanctuary on my dad.
Ooh.
Just in case.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great spell.
You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay, really not spotting anything yet, but really preparing for danger, which, I mean, in all honesty, is exactly what Gwen asked you to do. So nice work. Gordon and Fran.
Tucked up, pulling up.
Parked just outside of the barriers, and Percy goes, "Excuse me, you can't park that there."
I laugh at Percy's face. Percy's voice catches me so off guard. And I just go, "That's what you sound like?"
Jeez.
Oh no!
I think I'm side saddling, just laughing at you laughing.
All right, you definitely can't park your tuk-tuk there, sir. Please move.
And I go, "It just keeps getting better."
You want a muffin? Are you hungry?
No, I'm at work. We have lunch in a few hours.
Few hours?
Sir, excuse me,
Wait,
sir.
Wait, quick question, side question. Can you give me some physical characteristics of Percy? Did we talk about this?
Sure, human, lanky, again, wearing the high vis and like the helmet, but it's all like a little too big for him.
Aw.
It's like it's not form fit. It's not his stuff. It's like he's been given it by the guild.
He's
Yeah.
cosplaying a mechanist.
Yeah.
A little bit. He cannot be that much older than you guys. Like he fresh faced, like just out of school, like on the for maybe probably not his first day on the job, but within the first.
I pulled
Yeah.
2 high protein muffins out of my satchel as we pass him, and I just put them into his arms and go, "You need to eat more, my friend. Come down to the Baker's Guild, and I will teach you how to eat, okay? You have a great day,
Have
man."
a wonderful afternoon.
And we just walked straight past it.
He's definitely gonna try to physically stop you from
I would
doing that.
love to see him
Not
try.
worried about it.
Love to see him try.
Okay, Gordon, let's roll an athletics contest.
Gordon, you're not very strong.
Hey, don't remind me of that right now, okay? I'm riding high.
Weirdly, I am.
Yeah, there we go. I got Fran next to me.
You need those beefy arms to craft stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I have
from
a strength of
serving.
17.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Oh my god, that's so hot.
Ah, thank
You're
you.
buff.
I'm buff.
You're smart and buff.
I'm a buff lady.
I yeeted him!
Oh, no.
So, you shove 2 high protein muffins in each of Percy's hands and pat him on the shoulder and just walk past. He goes to grab you, but doesn't want to drop the muffin because it does look delicious. And you guys just breeze past him. He's so confused and doesn't know what to do with his hands. No, you can't. Please, sir.
We're already gone.
Yeah, bye.
We're 40 yards ahead already.
I can't hear him. It's too...
I'm still laughing. He can hear me laughing. I sounded so funny.
So
JJ, you hear in your head, is that Gordon laughing?
yeah, it echoes off of the underside of the overpass and it makes that.
Ha-ha! Yeah.
Oh, good, they're
Looking
here.
around for them, waving.
Oh, there they are. Oh, you
Hey.
see him. Hey.
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 Oh, should we get helmets too?
Yeah, there's a in the shed over there.
Okay.
We have
I
two
hate-
motorcycle helmets in the back of the tuk-tuk. Are they strong enough?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
They're
all right.
improperly rated.
Are there any that are in like complementary colors? Because these are, I'm not really loving the options.
I think I saw a pink one in the back.
Oh.
Okay, sick.
There's
all right.
white, blue, yellow, orange.
Lynn, real quick, name 5 more colors.
Yep.
Octarine. I just started color magic like yesterday.
Indigo. Oh, that's so funny.
Red, scarlet, maroon.
Also some reds.
They're different reds.
Yep,
They're
you got
different.
it.
Periwinkle.
I love this game.
Turquoise. Teal.
Okay, so you go back
Seafoam
and
green.
fuck you. You head back and try to get some equipment. Are you trying to avoid attention when you do that, or you're just like walking up and grabbing some helmets?
Probably should cool it. I'm feeling pretty confident. We did waltz our way through this, but we should probably just maybe keep a low profile, Gordon.
Great. Fran nudges me, and I
Yeah.
cough and chill out a little bit. Gordon's just so stoked. Just,
Oh
killing
no,
us, baby.
I get it. I really get it. I just I don't want to get kicked out at this juncture.
Fran, roll stealth.
Okie dokie. Woohoo! Not good. 3. I picked hot pink as my helmet color.
We made
so
a mistake.
I think you go and pick a hot pink hard hat and what color for Gordon?
Seafoam green.
Seafoam
green.
like Cosmo and Wanda.
Yeah, you walk in looking like a pair of fairly odd parents.
we are, aren't
better
we?
way.
With a low stealth roll, I think what happens is you just grab a couple off the shelf, and as you walk away to hand the green one to Gordon, the person who owns the hot pink hard hat comes back from a 10-minute break, and is like, "Who freaking took my hard hat? It's hot pink. Everyone knows this one's. Where did it?" And then looks off to the side and sees you, and you don't hear what happens after that, but you got spotted.
Oh no!
What do you do?
I mean, I kind of want to go back in there, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think we just go, 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 go. So I think we're shambling to put on the outfit and just come on, go.
And you walk up to JJ like, "Okay, we're here. What are we doing?"
I probably have 15 good minutes before somebody. I didn't know this hat belonged to somebody. I should have checked. I see now that there's a name on the inside, but we probably have 15 good minutes before I have to return this. So yeah.
Yeah. I was also really accidentally rude to the guy at the front who has a really funny
Oh
voice,
my God,
by
he's
the way.
so funny.
But yeah, anyway, people are probably coming.
Yeah.
Percy's just a guy.
Well, he's a guy with 2 muffins and
And a really funny voice.
Yeah.
So you guys are just hanging out at this construction site? You're just chilling?
Jay Chili.
Hey, chilling.
Anyone got a-
Jay
Oh,
Chili.
anyone got
have
a
y'all
cold
met
one?
my dad?
No. Oh my God. Your dad's here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Wait, which one?
Oh, that's Paul.
Oh, cool.
Paul! Hey, Paul!
Hey.
Oh, hello. Hi. You must be,
I'm Fran.
Fran and,
Nice to meet you.
Hey, it's Gordon. I think we met a couple months ago, maybe.
Ian, you've been doing this thing where you say something and then you force me to accept it.
I know.
And last week,
I'm co-creating story with the GM against their will.
stare daggers into me.
Truly, it's a stare
Say
down every
yes,
time.
say yes, say yes, say yes. Yeah.
I met him 2 weeks ago, right? He goes, "Yeah, of course. So great to see you again. So great to meet you, Fran. Thank you so much for taking care of our little JJ."
Oh, JJ's the best.
JJ's great.
Yeah.
I see you guys grabbed hard hats. Mm-hmm. That one, did you? Hot pink hard hat, huh? Did you make that? I know you make stuff.
Yeah.
All right, deception.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
9.
You are not rolling well.
I know.
No.
I mean, I'm lying bad. It's
Yeah.
obvious. I may have borrowed it. I will give it back. I promise.
He actually looks to JJ for that cue. He sort of looks down and is like, "This is a work area. You know that work is important. Are you gonna be on your best behavior here?"
Yes.
Of
We're going to be on great behavior.
Great behavior.
This is work.
Yes,
We're
working.
Work
I
is
love
working.
working.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, it's not that calm. You got to swing it the other way. And he's off supervising again.
I am so sorry. I should have picked a different helmet. It
It's
was
a
just
good,
the cutest one.
It is the cutest one.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
But we should get you a hot pink helmet.
Yeah, I love
good
that
look.
idea.
Yeah.
We should do what we're here to do. Then.
Yes.
Fran and Gordon, why don't you guys roll some investigation for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
No, 4. I see rocks.
There are a lot of those here.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's on the up and up.
Fran, you start digging just sort of idly in the rubble, really being like, man, we have not been given parameters for
No,
this
I have
assignment.
no idea what's going on. I'm like, yeah, I feel lost in the woods at this moment.
Yeah, I think you start digging through and you shift some layers aside and you come across in the pile like a sealed wooden crate. You sort of like dig it out of there. It's like, like milk crate size. It would like fit in your arms.
Okay. Great.
I run over.
Sure.
I think I might have some tools maybe to open it. Should we open it? I don't know. It doesn't belong to us, so.
Does it look particularly like dangerous or enchanted?
Can I look at the crate?
I said crate, and all of the players went, I look at it.
Great.
No, it looks battered, but still sealed. It's got a label on the outside of it that it looks like it was highway maintenance equipment that was stored underneath and got buried.
Oh, yeah, in the rubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, hey, maybe there's 2 non-pink and seafoam green helmets in here.
That sounds like a great idea.
Let's see.
Let's just crack it open.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not gonna be like a crowbar situation, but it's probably like maybe something that can slowly remove nails.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So just
Like the claw of a hammer?
yeah, like a little claw, because it's a tool belt that I think like rolls out with like hand-sized tools, so nothing big, but I can start getting some nails out.
Yeah, sure. You pry it open and look down, and you see just lined in the bottom of the crate, about half full, are little gray blocks.
Okay. Is this anything for you?
I mean, I would know more about food, so.
Oh, roll Arcana for me, please.
Yes.
Oh.
13.
A crate at a site with like construction materials and a crate just full of like gray clay bricks.
Fuck.
You are a bomb expert.
Yeah.
You know, a chef, but you actually. Let me take a moment and just ask, what is your interest in chemistry outside of cooking? How do you feel about chemistry outside of cooking, I guess?
Well, we live in a post-war society.
Yeah.
So I think that it's pertinent to know and maybe like topical for societal knowledge. So I think probably I got into chemistry first as a kid and was like, starting little bitty fires, using the magnification of the sun to burn things, and then realized that there was like a positive way. So I think I
Combustion.
know a fair amount about chemistry.
Oh, you had parents who were like, okay, we see your potential and we're going to bring you into a safe zone.
Exactly.
Like, let's turn these urges into a positive thing.
That is
Stop causing
so
fires in the
funny.
basement.
So I think maybe from your teenage years, you can recognize an accelerant when you see one.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of C4. This is like solid explosive that, like, if you ran a charge through it, would explode.
So I think I immediately, very carefully, like grab Fran's forearm and pull it back out of the box.
Okay, so not good. Bad?
Very bad.
Okay. How bad?
I mean, it's an accelerant. It's not a full bomb, but it's like if the right thing hits it.
This is also like the first time I think Gordon has ever said anything kind of sciencey and smart, and I'm really like, whoa.
You've been hanging out with him on the deliveries all day. Not once has he mentioned anything about science.
accelerants or like, what? Oh, okay.
We take a couple steps back. I
All right.
push us back.
Okay.
And then I think I immediately call for JJ's dad.
Yeah, good call.
What'd you guys find?
You tell him. You said the science words.
I'm not gonna say. It rhymes with mom and starts with a B.
Before we get too much further, it's not a bomb.
Yeah,
it's just
right.
like construction C4.
Right.
It's a
yeah.
valid thing to find at a construction site, but it is dangerous.
It's normal. It's
but-
just dangerous.
Hypothetically, if I shot it with my gun, would it ignite?
Well, you did spend time
I did.
dipping your bullets
It's magic.
in liquid magic
Yes,
fuel.
I did. Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Good to know if we need that for later.
So I let you all know that we found some accelerant, which is not necessarily super weird, but is definitely very dangerous.
Okay.
Big safety hazard. Yeah, that's... Dad.
What's that your kids found? And you show him the crate full of stuff, and like you just like turn it to him and kind of pop it open, and
Yeah.
he goes, and he slowly shuts it. And he goes,
Okay.
"Thank you so much. I will take that." And he sets it down like just to the side of him, just like away from you onto the side, and then takes out a safety whistle from around his neck and blows.
Whoa.
The spider mech immediately stops moving.
Because they're excavating with lasers, too.
Oh, man.
I'm very glad you found that.
Yay. Okay, we're helpful.
As soon as the excavator shuts down, I'm headed back to JJ.
Paul looks down and goes, "I think I need to go make a phone call. I didn't really know what you guys were doing here. You might have just saved the day. Good work, kids.
Cool.
Good work.
Ooh.
Seriously."
As he walks away, I turn to the group and I go, "Good work! We did it!"
I missed it all.
I'm just
sorry.
I'm standing there like a high five up that no one's.
I'll high
slapping.
five.
Yeah.
I high five a little too hard.
Yeah. Ow.
Sorry.
Not very strong.
My yeets are gone. Now I'm just rolling straight threes for high five.
Hey there, it's Misha. This is the rest stop. Come take a break beside the path with me, just until we catch our breath. First things first, a big shout out to everyone supporting us over at patreon.com/wanderingpathpod. Thanks so much to our newest patron, Emma, and to our Voyager level patron, JWX, who gets a shout out in every episode. That's in addition to other neat stuff like bloops for every episode, stat blocks, and more. This month, we put out the monster block for the electric jelly, in case you want to add it to your home game. So if you want to see the show keep going and keep growing, if you want us to be able to survive till 2025, if you want to bring us life, sustain us, and bring us to new seasons, please help us out for just a few dollars per episode. One more time, patreon.com/wanderingpathpod. This week, I'd also be very grateful if you checked out our website. We've got some new updates over there for you, like world detail pages and character descriptions. That was all added thanks to a message from one of our listeners. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Hopefully it helps some visual learners keep details straight for our audio-only show. How'd they get in touch with us, you may ask? Well, of course, they use the contact form. We love to hear from you, and we're planning some talkback episodes here and there, and we want to answer your questions about the show. So any question, big or small, drop us a line. That's wanderingpathpod.com. That's it for now. Let's get back on the path and back to the show. So Paul has wandered off to sort of reinforce the safety measures that this construction crew now should be taking, now that they know there are some buried explosives in this debris. They're sort of re-strategizing. The spider climber excavator has shut off. The pilot has come down and is now like conferring with Paul on the ground, which sort of leaves the four of you alone on top of this pile of rubble.
Okay. That can't be it, right? There's gotta be.
There's gotta be more here, and I still, with detect magic up, I can still see the faint aura within the room. I'm like, there's still also something in here.
What do you mean?
Okay, I have these goggles. I can detect.
We'll
some
talk
magic
about the
with them.
goggles because
Do you like them?
there's areas of opportunity here.
Oh, I like that. I like that framework. There's always an opportunity
Exactly.
to make things better.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
Good spin.
Those
Thank you.
goggles, they're a design choice.
They are choices. Choices that were made.
I just don't like how front heavy they are. You know what I mean?
I just think that there's some aerodynamic options for us, maybe some color changes, but again, we will talk about that later.
Okay, I mean, I'd really appreciate your help on these, actually.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited for this.
This was like an
but-
older project. They work.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So I
Anyway.
can see an aura of magical something in there, but it's so faint that I can't even really see what it is
Well,
at
should
all.
we go
Digging?
check that out?
We should. I mean, we can dig. We just have to
Okay.
be really fucking careful
Okay.
because there's potential bombs in here.
Right.
And just to be clear, the crate that we uncovered was not very deeply buried.
No.
Right?
No.
And there's big, heavy mechs walking around on the landscape.
Yeah, there are a couple of these excavator mechs, and then there's people sort of tricked out with, it's like bulkier than power armor. It's not quite a mech, but it's like personal equipment that like a person can walk around with, but it's heavy equipment that they like have to rest on their shoulders and like maneuver.
So a lot of heavy
Like a
things
Steadicam.
walking
I
around.
was just thinking steady.
Yeah, just kind of like a Steadicam, yeah.
And the other question I'm having is like, you know, people store equipment under bridges, like whatever, but like, I don't know. It's interesting that that those types of explosives were being stored under the bridge.
Right.
That doesn't seem like the best place.
I don't think they would normally be under here.
That's
the
really
weird
confusing
thing.
to me.
Also, if they were being stored, you'd think they would be all together, not
Yeah.
a box.
Yeah, Gordon, that's a good point. Why don't you roll investigation about that?
Oh,
Let's
gosh.
go.
Here we go.
Damn it. 11.
It's hard to tell where this thing was originally stored. There's just it's all a big old pile of mess.
Damn it.
Like you're sort of still near the bottom of a pretty steep hillside that was excavated to make room for this overpass system when it was originally built. So it's pretty steep. It seems like the entire thing just kind of slid down and is at a pile on the bottom, and that's where you guys are. So if there was an order to where these things were stored, it's almost impossible to tell.
Yeah,
at this
because it
point.
could have all come down.
Yeah, the evidence has kind of been obscured.
But so then we can assume then there's probably more boxes. There could be more boxes in the big slide.
So because if the bridge is above us and the rubble has cascaded downward and we found essentially a crate that sort of bubbled to the surface, either the crates were on the bridge when the blast happened and then got washed away, or the dirt sort of pushed it up, which I don't think makes any sense.
I think we need to find some more crates.
We should find some more crates. Breadcrumb wise, if we found them down here, so you want to go up the cascade?
I think we kind of do, don't we?
Is that kind of in the vicinity of where you're seeing some magic stuff?
I look with my goggles.
Yours is kind of deep in the pile, whereas Fran, you're looking sort of up the hillside there.
Okay.
This thing is much deeper. It's a combo of stone, wood, and dirt in here, so somewhere between 1 and 3 feet deep at least.
When we discovered the accelerant, that was non-magical, correct?
Correct. It's not generating magical energy.
So we wouldn't be able to detect it.
Yeah, it's more alchemical.
Alchemical. All right, I think maybe we split a little bit. You guys focus on this magic, and Gordon, you and me maybe go up the incline and see if we can uncover some more crates.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because you'd be able to identify them, and I'm able to dig.
Yeah.
And there was something moving when I was over there earlier.
Okay.
By the magic stuff. So I wanna maybe. Look closer.
you guys check that out. We'll go up the incline a bit and see if we can find more crates.
Sure. Fran and Gordon, you start climbing and clambering your way up this massive rubble pile up the side of the hill.
My chef whites are not white.
No.
Anymore.
Chef Grays.
Chef Gray.
Chef Grace.
Yeah.
All right.
JJ and Ibra, you guys at the bottom of the hill, where do you want to start?
You're the one with the glasses. I'm gonna trust you.
My other problem with the glasses is that the battery pack isn't attached to them. You know, the
Yes, Gordon.
right?
Yes. And I start writing that down as well. That is part of the
They
problem.
need the Astra input on the headset,
Gordon?
not in a pack that goes into
Collab?
your pocket.
Yeah. So wherever those goggles see, I'll go. But something moved when I went, there.
Oh, in a different direction.
Yeah, kind of around the back of the pile from where you and your dad were standing, where Ibra was standing sentry.
I mean, so let's go back around where you saw things and start digging through from that side.
Cool.
I look for a shovel?
Sure, just a normal shovel. There are also, again, people are walking around with sort of person-sized construction equipment.
I wanna ask a passing person with a Steadicam rig if I can borrow it.
Okay. I think a Sorid construction worker with a shoulder-mounted force beam that's clearly swinging their tail out for counterbalance as the thing hangs over its head is sort of working on a different pile off to the side.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
Hi. Do you mind if I borrow that tool just for maybe 5 minutes? I'll give it right back.
This all rigged. Are you certified?
I have a pass from the foreman, Paul Calderon.
Have you gotten your certification?
Certification? Yes.
Okay. Sweet. You know what you're gonna roll.
Yeah. Thinking. 21.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, I think you look at him and go, would I come to the site if I wasn't certified?
If I wasn't ready.
He goes, well, that's good enough for me. It's about time for my 10-minute break anyway. I'm gonna go lie in the sun. And takes this heavy thing off and without putting it down on the ground, just sort of up over the head and onto your shoulders.
Yep, Yep. Thank you.
Ibra, you're going to be encumbered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about putting one of these on, and I've realized that Gordon probably doesn't have the constitution or strength to even wear it in the first place.
I think it would squish you.
I think it would squish Gordon.
Canonically not very strong. Yeah, Ibra, you've got this device. It's got like 2 handles on either side that come, elbow height for you. You can swivel it around. There's like a force turret on the top of it that blasts away bits of debris.
Cool.
You got it.
Ibra feels a little guilty about lying because it's not fun. And then it's like, all right, I can figure this out.
I'm not certified in that, so I don't even know how those work.
I can figure this out.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, I'll grab a regular shovel or pickaxe. I can start digging away a little bit to make sure that there are no crates when you use that. A little canary in the coal mine, as they say.
Okay, Ibra, you are not proficient with this piece of equipment.
Nope.
I was going to have you roll an attack with disadvantage, but now you're being helped by JJ with more conventional tools. So go ahead and roll me an attack roll with advantage.
Advantage. Yum. Attack?
Yeah.
18, 13, and 6, which gives me 16 with my additional points.
Nice. Yeah, the two of you start digging away, and it's like JJ with the shovel kind of knocking away some debris. It's like, okay, this spot's clear, and then you blast it with some force damage. It's just sort of like a little bit of like invisible blast energy that just sort of makes a little crater in the thing.
I love this minigame.
Yeah.
I loved, in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl,
Yes.
when you're in the
when
underground.
Ting, 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 ting,
Yes.
and you're getting the stones out.
It's
One
like
of my
that.
favorite parts of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spend a little bit of time digging for this stuff. JJ, after about 2 or 3 blasts of it, you step in to do your small dig, and the bottom of your foot feels warm.
Warm, it's warm. Hot, warm. Okay, just warm, not hot. Maybe it's hot. Hot, metaphorically.
Is this what happens when ghosts pee in the air? Does
Ew,
it get warm?
first your
What's
tooth,
happening?
then ghost pee.
That was the
Look,
craziest
I'm trying to figure out why the air is warm. Is that what you're saying?
That's the craziest thing that's been said on the podcast so far. Just to be clear.
So far.
When
So
I
far.
look down at that spot, is it magic there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You're on top of
red
it.
hot. Red hot, magic.
You start digging, like, very tentatively with your shovel, still trying to knock away loose debris. Bend down into this sort of little debris crater that you've made for yourself. You're kind of fully in it now. You're like, pretty deep into the rubble pile. You're knocking aside, like, pipes and bars and bits of rubble. And then, as you dig, you uncover a device.
Oh, device.
It is a small handheld thing with control boards and like wires sticking out of it, and on the control board in a little slot built for, like, for example, a power supply, there is a piece of Astra stuck in it.
Now that looks like a bomb.
It does look a little like a bomb. JJ, can you roll Arcana, please?
Yes. Which die should I use?
A good one.
Not the best roll.
No.
11.
Okay. With an 11, you examine the device. The wires feed from the power supply back, and the circuitry is so complex that, you're working on big machines. You're working on physical devices. This thing is a little bit too advanced for you. You take a look at the piece of Astra in it, and it's like dark in the middle, almost like a burnt out light bulb.
Oh. Yeah, that's not a common occurrence for Astra, right?
It's like
Yeah,
spent.
it's been
Yeah,
juiced.
it's like burnt out light bulb is
Yeah.
a pretty good analogy for it. Like, it looks like a fuse that's burnt.
Ooh.
Can you call Fran and Gordon down? I feel like we're gonna need every brain cell we have for this one.
Got it. I can't provide that many of those, so I'll go get the
oh,
good
oh,
ones.
no, that's not what I meant. I was
kidding, JJ, it's okay.
I'm so
It's
sorry,
okay.
you're so smart.
You can hear them
JJ.
bickering from around, because we're not super far, right? So you can hear them bickering and go, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
JJ, I was kidding.
Did JJ say something by accident?
No, it was me. I'm
No.
messing
I'm
with
sure.
JJ.
Sorry.
Everything's fine, I think.
Fran and Gordon, you guys climb up the hill.
Yeah. We be climbing.
Yeah, you guys are like tentatively, almost on all fours, climbing up this thing. The like rubble sort of like minimally streaming behind you guys.
Yeah.
how far up do you want to go before like you pause to look around?
Are there any sort of areas that look like additionally kind of sunken in? Like that any spots where there looks to be like divots or like
Or
you know what I mean? Like that
variations.
something may have sunk or that something may have been dragged, something that would pull the rubble in a way that's not normal.
I would say you can either roll investigation or survival.
I'll do investigation. 17.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, there's major spots where like each sort of subsequent layer of the thing collapsed onto the next one. And so I think with a 17 you can get a good sense of where those layers are. As you climb kind of like, I love this sort of like idea of this soaring crisscrossing roadway that just like you look up and it's like majestic if it wasn't a banal piece of infrastructure. You know what I mean? And as you sort of get to the base of the second layer of pillars, it sort of transitions from less dirt and rubble and more like broken objects and stuff.
Okay. I think this is probably a good spot to dig. Yeah.
We start moving stuff around.
I'm going to start shifting stuff, yeah.
Yeah, slow and steady or
I think slow and steady because I don't technically have a tool for this situation, so I think I'm literally digging through the rubble with my bare hands.
Sure, your tool belt doesn't have like a trowel or anything?
I mean, I can.
It's up to you. It's a mechanical thing, so I don't want to make you spend charges of stuff.
I won't spend the charge.
Okay, so
I
just
won't
with your
spend
hands.
the charge.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm just gonna dig with my bare hands. You gotta roll up your sleeves sometimes and get in there.
That's true.
And we have 4 hands between us, so
Yeah.
we can lift semi-heavy things.
Yeah, sure. Now I would like both of you guys to roll survival, I think.
Okay, survival.
I think I've got really good survival bonus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I did not do good. I rolled a 1.
Oh,
A flat 1.
I rolled a 16.
Great.
Gordon, you rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you start digging through. You start finding more construction equipment, broken pieces of like traffic cones and like some other tools, maybe like an axle that broke off a wheel of a machine that's buried in the pile. Basically, you can find evidence that whatever was going up on the top layer, like people were working up there when there was a collapse.
Right. Work was interrupted by
Work
this.
was interrupted, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I see.
So you start finding, and now that you know that, you do start looking through maybe what they were doing. So with that 16, it seems like there was some repair work happening on the topmost layer. You see things like epoxies or like, smaller focuses for magical spells that like were casting mending.
Right, so it seems like it was routine bridge repair that should not have resulted in an enormous collapse like this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I pick up what you're putting down.
And I die, right?
I look to my left and Fran is just dead.
I die of tetanus immediately. I find a needle that stabs me right in the hand, and I die of fast, rapid tetanus to my whole body.
And that's a season wrap on Fran. Thank you very much.
What's my next character gonna be?
It's so funny you said tetanus, and I thought you said deadness. I died of deadness.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm always dying of deadness. So I turned. I noticed this, and I turned to look at Fran to tell her what I'm
My
seeing.
hands are gone.
With a honestly, with Fran, with a nat 1 on survival, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I think you do climb high enough and slip.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that has to be what it is.
I think, yeah.
Big old rock slides under you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You start sliding and like scraping your hands.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah!
Fran! And I immediately sort of rush over as fast as I can, and I try to grab her as she's sliding down the mountain.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
reach for Gordon's hand.
Gordon, roll a dex save.
Let's roll a deck save.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Oh, yes! What is it? It's a 22.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
crushing it today.
Oh my god.
You managed to grab Fran before she slips too far. I think this is the first moment where you go, oh, all of those safety measures were
Oh
for
my
a
God.
reason.
Oh my god. And my hands are like cut up pretty bad. Oh no.
Yeah, I think you, hold on.
My money makers.
I'll only roll a d4 because of the good dex save. It's 2 slashing damage.
2 slashing
the
damage.
hands.
Oh my god. Ow.
Aye.
Ow. Oh my god. Ow, 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 ow.
Are you
ow,
okay?
ow,
Okay, so
ow,
I immediately
ow.
take my apron off and I flip it inside out so you get the clean backside.
Oh,
Sure.
thank you.
And like rip it in half and wrap it around
Wow.
Fran's hand.
Oh, you rip it? That's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's what aprons are for.
So
That's love.
your apron has like a little torn frayed edge at the bottom. I'm not even gonna make you roll it. Yeah, you managed to wrap up those hands pretty good.
Ow. Thank you. That was a really good job. Oh, it's tied really nice.
Yeah, this one time I cut my hand really bad in the kitchen and blood went. Never mind.
Yeah,
Let's not talk
it's
about
fine.
it.
It's fine. That was really stupid. Oh my god, I don't know how that happened. Thank you.
She says, I don't know how that happened. I might be off. And I go, I get a light bulb and I want to go check out where it was that she fell. You know, where the rock slipped, just to see if there's anything there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
You start digging through that rubble. You already got your 16 survival. I'm not going to make you roll it again because I do think this is just really cool and I'm going to give it to you. You start digging through right where she slipped. You dig down, like with your hands just kind of pushing things away. Like it almost, the rubble almost like wants to crumble back in from the edges and you're just sort of like hurriedly pushing things aside to see at that spot where it slipped. You dig down in the debris and you pull out a device. A control board with a piece of Astra in it that is burnt out like a fuse and wires attached to it.
Looks like a bomb.
And it looks like a bomb.
Oh my god, what is that?
That's a bomb.
What?
I know exactly what that is. That's a bomb.
What?
I call to JJ and Ibra down the hill. I'm holding this up. Guys, I found something.
What?
I can't see. I'm in a hole.
Hold on, let me put this off. Ugh. Oh god. Oh, this is really heavy.
Are you taking
I'm
it
fine.
off already?
Yep.
We're getting out of it.
Here we go.
Yeah, get out of that mess.
All right.
Can't be encumbered
Here,
in
I
this
gotta help you
situation.
out.
Okay.
Here we go.
We found a thing.
We bring them very carefully down the hill, and I show them, and I see that they have the matching device, and that tells me that there are 2 detonating devices in a big fall. At least 2
That look like they've been used up.
are burned out because they're not still active in any way, right?
Everybody
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
roll either perception or arcana.
Okay. Ooh,
I'm rolling for
boy.
perception.
Thank
All right,
fucking
I'm gonna
God.
do Arcana.
22.
Okay.
For either.
Okay.
22.
14.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Wow.
Nice.
High rolls, everybody. Nice
We've been
work.
saving
We've
for
been
now.
saving for them.
This really clutch high rolls.
It's the fuck you eat dice that you got us all.
Yes.
They're so good.
Blessed.
Yeah, Bex got us all D20s that say yeet on the 20 and fuck on the 1. It's pretty great. You compare these 2 devices to try to determine if they're the same, if there's what. The device that JJ has recovered, the Astra crystal is completely burnt out, like black sooty from the center almost all the way through. Gordon's device,
No.
only about halfway.
No.
It looks like there's a little bit of charge. It's not, like the devices aren't blinking. It doesn't look like they're activated or on.
It's not
but it looks
alive.
like this piece of Astra has not been totally burnt out, as opposed to the one that was on the bottom layer, which is.
I think I want to know what kind of Astra we're dealing with. Like if it's infused with any particular spells, which is something that like I'm intrigued by.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to get a closer look at what kind of Astra we're dealing with.
Can I help Fran with that? Detect magic lets you know the school of magic
Oh, yeah?
that something can come from.
Oh,
that something
amazing.
comes from.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I have to look up the schools of magic. Okay, yeah, you look at this with your detect magic goggles. You can look into the internal structure of the crystal and like the way the wires run on these boards. You can spot this as conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic.
Which again
Conjuration.
means you just
Conjuration is making stuff appear.
Making stuff appear.
It's like the summoning.
It's summoning
Oh.
portals, that kind of thing.
Got it.
Oh. Well,
It's a summoning bomb?
it's summoning
weird.
what?
Because
Fire,
explosives in theory
creatures?
would normally be abjuration or evocation.
Yes. Which means they're conjuring something that's creating the explosion for them?
Maybe, or that
Are
this
they-
is a
Conjuring the jellies?
The creatures?
if it's connected. I mean, it must be. At the very least, Gwen thought that this might be connected somehow.
Is there anything on the mechanism that leads me to see like where it was manufactured? Any like serial numbers or any sort of like components.
I mean, you're a craftsman.
Yeah.
You know exactly like where to look for maker's marks and such.
Yeah.
This device reeks of homemade.
Yikes.
Oh God. So somebody made this themselves. It
Fran,
does
you're
not-
a much better artist than I am. Can you sketch a diagram of this?
Absolutely. Should I roll for how good the sketch is?
Yeah, roll performance.
Performance? Okay, let's see. Charisma? All right, come on. 11. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good schematic. Not my best.
Functional, clear, not the most artsy.
Yeah, it's like it's a rush job, but it's the important bits.
I think, this sketch will also be good evidence to bring
Yeah, I'm
elsewhere.
gonna fold that up and like put it somewhere safe in my clothes.
It was on my graphite paper, so there's a second copy.
Oh gosh, yes. I'm just gonna make a note of this for Thorgan for later.
Yeah.
Because I think he would probably have maybe some insight into this. Why would somebody make something like this? This is like terrorism kind of stuff.
Yeah, so here's what's interesting to me. Mm-hmm. None of us, except for maybe Ibra, have dealt with like ballistic combat equipment much.
Well, I don't even think Ibra had. Like, Ibra's combat training is really like kind of
theoretical.
Well, basic martial arts, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, like the training that
You do
I don't wanna say-
recreational karate.
Yeah,
I-
Ibra compares to like a black belt in karate and someone who like actively trains in a couple different mixed martial arts.
But you're not in the field because there's nothing to be in the field about. So you'd be like training in a facility, presumably.
No, of course not. The war's over.
So here's what I'm after.
Go for it.
We uncovered accelerant, which on its own could just be, that's kind of dangerous in a site. Now we have uncovered 2 types of detonators, one of which is not fully out. So we haven't really been thinking of it in this way, but I think if we were standing there, we would immediately realize that we were in an incredibly, potentially dangerous situation.
Yes.
And it might feel very eerie instantly, because
Yes.
all of a sudden you realize that you're kind of in a minefield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
literal.
Yes.
Because if there's another one that isn't done,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of boxes, so I kind of want to get off the hillside
I agree.
as fast as possible.
I would agree with that.
Well, this is still an active work site, even
We
though
gotta-
we called the
we-
safety
you
whistle.
gotta clear this
There's
site.
a lot.
You got to talk to your dad.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of specialization to be handling these kinds
We
of
need
things.
to call Inspector Ravona.
Yeah, we have her card.
I think I'm gonna.
I'll hand you the card. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
we should message her for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are good
Like-
at words. Help me craft it.
Okay,
but we can do it.
We have discovered. This is this is Fran, by the way, from the other night at Boggin's Bistro. We have
been assigned to
We've been
you.
assigned to you by the magistrate's office. We have uncovered ballistics equipment and detonators at the recent overpass destruction site.
Yeah.
Just to be
Yeah.
clear, while they're texting this, my head is like on a swivel. I feel very uncomfortable.
You should. No, I'm a paranoid as well.
Perception, please, Gordon. With advantage. Your head's on a swivel.
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
Gordon, while all of your party members are huddled together, crafting this message, looking over these 2 devices, I think you've probably maybe handed yours to Fran and JJ and their team.
Yeah,
to
I'm
kind of-
holding one and then messaging with my other hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gordon, while they're doing that, you have the thought to start looking around. You spot up high on the top level, and this has got to be at least, 100 feet overhead,
Great.
something like that. You see the silhouette of a figure, dark against the light of the hover engines, keeping the constellation afloat overhead. And you see them reach a hand into a back pocket,
Go, run,
pull out something,
run. I yell to everyone, get off the side of the mountain,
And-
off the side of the mountain right now.
and press the button.
Oh my god.
Everybody make a dex save, please.
Oh my god.
16.
30-20.
No! I rolled a 4. Oh my god. I like trip.
10.
Or like my foot gets caught.
Your hands are full.
Yeah, my hands are full.
Yeah, an electric crackle spreads over the debris field. It jumps from stone to stone. Crackles spread down like a waterfall over this debris pile. From deep underneath the stone, you hear, though it is muffled, a familiar high-pitched scream.
Oh my god.
My God.
The electricity spreads and cascades all the way down the pile. Fran, unfortunately,
Oh no.
you're going to take 2 lightning damage.
Oh my god. Ah!
And then the crackles of lightning condense onto the excavator, which starts to twitch and jitter and move
Of its own accord.
and rear up on its 6 spider-like legs and swivel its force beam in the direction of the gathered crowd and work crews.
No.
And from deep within, its like hollow metal chassis bellows.
So today, when everything got laid out, I naively thought, oh, cool, maybe a battle where one of us is driving a mech. I'm going to say again, really naively, just didn't anticipate the obvious choice of us fighting a giant disembodied spider mech. And I'm bummed that I didn't see that coming.
I'd like to speak to a manager about this.
Ian, would it help if we participated in one of your favorite activities in Dungeons & Dragons?
Is it rolling dice? Is
Yeah.
it called rolling initiative?
Yeah.
No.
Let's roll initiative! The Wandering Path was created by me, Misha Stanton, and produced by Bex Taylor Klaus, Lynn Rafil, and me. This story was game mastered and sound designed by me, Misha Stanton, and was played and performed by Bex Taylor Klaus, Lynn Rafil, Ian McEwen, and Mayana Barron. Cover art by Lynn Rafil, and music courtesy of the Independent Music Licensing Collective. Our production and house manager is Erin Bark. If you like what you're listening to, please tell your friends and let them know where to find us. Our website is wanderingpathpod.com, where you'll find links to subscribe and follow us wherever the path leads. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/wanderingpathpod. We're so grateful for anything you can do to help us keep making this show. Thanks for wandering with us. Till next time.